Welcome to Coffee Hour number 2. This is part 2 of Mr. R.Brooks' death. If you made it to this video, I thank you. Let me tell you why I made it part 2. You got through the 22 minutes of the first one, which most people probably have by the time this is airing. You should know that I made a video about complying. I made that video for a reason. I'm making this video as I made the first video for a reason. There's a lot of things that young people of color need to understand about getting arrested. Alright? You might not like what I have to say, but I'm not going to lie to you. You have to understand that when the cops are putting handcuffs on you, it is for your safety as well as their safety. The second you consider resisting, you forfeiting your life. Do not forfeit your life. Your life is more important to you than getting arrested. But if you try to run or resist, you're going to make the situation 2 times worse than it already is. And if you got a trigger-happy cop or a trigger-happy racist cop, you're dead in the water. You're a DMW or a DWW. Dead man walking, dead woman walking. God rest his soul. And I'm sorry to the Brooks family. The video that I posted before this that was like 6 to 13 minutes long shows my point of view. Alright? Honestly, truly to God, when you're drinking, let me take a seat because I'm about to piss everybody off, so let me take a seat. When you are drinking, you know the rules. If you're going to drink and you're going to drive, not an option. Simple as that. It is not an option. I don't give a damn if you are a celebrity. I don't give a damn if you're an actor, if you're a drinker. You don't drive. Period. Because that eliminates the chance of you doing 2 things. It eliminates the chance of you killing someone by accident. It eliminates the chance of you going to jail. So if you're going to drink, if at all possible, if you're drinking with friends and you're drinking at their home, hopefully they'll be friendly enough to have a cot so that you can lay on the cot and go to sleep, until morning time. And if you're drinking and you will have your significant other, then one of y'all got to sacrifice and just not drink. Because, that way y'all both can make it home and no one needs to go to jail. Now, I know a lot of people are like, well, James, what do you know? Here's what I know. When I got out of the military, I became a little bit of an alcoholic. Every weekend at the Biltmore, I know I spent at least $60 by Sunday. I go there Friday night, $20 here, get a couple of drinks, 3 drinks minimum, got my buzz, I'm going home. I go back Saturday, same 3 drinks. Sunday, same 3 drinks. But I can tell you, I was in walking distance of my house. I was in walking distance from the Biltmore. It's a long hike, but it's not a long hike for me because I was in the Army, so it's a couple of miles. And when you buzzed, you're feeling good. I got my buzz, going home. 3, 4 drinks minimum. Never had a problem with cops. Just a couple of punks riding up and down the street in a burgundy car calling me a faggot and stuff. Well, I'm not gay, but those punks never came back to fight. And you're really brave when you can talk shit at someone while you're driving in the opposite direction. So those guys are cowards. Anyway, I flagged them back. I was like, come on, come and beat this faggot's ass. Come on. But they never showed up. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not a faggot and I'm not gay. And if I offended anybody with that, I apologize. But the problem here we have with Mr. Brooks is that he failed to comply. His life clearly meant nothing to him at the moment that this was happening. I mean, he was calm, he was serene, and everything was great. All he had to do was just let them put him in the handcuffs. He'd be home today instead of going home with the Lord. Now, this whole clusterfuck that we're going to have this week, because it's Sunday right now, but this whole clusterfuck that we're going to have this week is coming off the ass end of Mr. George Floyd losing his life to cops over a supposed counterfeit $20 bill. Now, I just found out not too long ago today that two people in California who were black were found hung from a tree in their yard. You know, and I'm like, well, damn, you know, these things can't keep happening, but they keep happening because we refuse, and I completely say this because of the truth. We refuse to understand the concept of compliance. All right, when you are told to do something by the law, you need to comply. You might not want to comply, but you bloody well need to comply. And you need to for a reason. Because this will keep your ass alive, you know. And we all want to see you make it home in one piece. But, you know, if you're not going to do what they want you to do, it's going to cause problems. And that's the biggest problem with us, people of color, you know. And we don't seem to get the gist of what's going on here, you know. And when you don't get the copy or you don't get the gist of what's going on here, it's going to be far worse than it needs to be. I watched a man get gunned down today on this video. Totally not how it was supposed to be at all. No. I saw a man who could have complied and went home to his family. But he chose not to do that. I'm making this video so that young people, especially young people of color, will understand the concept of what not to do so that we make it home to our families. If I have offended anybody with that, then I am sorry. But at the same time, you know, we can avoid a lot of problems in life by doing the one thing that we're supposed to do, which is do what we are told versus doing what you want. This young man threw his life away. He literally threw his life away because he didn't want to go to jail for DUI. Is it worth it? I mean, really, is it worth it? Is your life so unimportant to you that instead of dealing with what you need to deal with, that you would throw yourself away because you had too much to drink? You know, I want y'all to think about that while y'all writing all these negative things on my page for what I'm saying. But I'm not wrong. This man threw his life away. He literally threw his life away. All he had to do was comply. No. He had to comply, and it would have been great. But he didn't. He did not comply. He went on and just kept going on. And it would have worked out so much better if he just complied, man. I'm tired of turning on the news. I'm tired of picking up my phone and reading black person killed by cop. I'm sick of looking at stuff where the video cam shows damn near everything. And this was the whole video. This wasn't the stuff that I watched this morning where I was like, what the fuck happened? Because I blinked and there was a fight, and then all I heard was gunshots and get off the taser, get off the taser. Now that I've seen this video and I've seen the whole thing from one officer to another officer to the dash cam, I had to make this video because I need to keep young people of color and non-color safe. All lives matter. So before you go get out and start drinking and doing dumb stuff, do like my friends and I. Before I went to the Army, I drank one time before I went to the Army. And I was an angry drunk. So I tried to kill my friends. Never drank again. Never. So whenever we went somewhere, I was the dad. I was the designated driver. Designated driver. D-A-D. I was the designated driver. And they got the drink. I got free sodas when I went to places like the Highline Pavilion and stuff like that. Because I didn't do any of the drinking. I did the driving. I got them to Harrisonburg and I got them home. That's it. Got out of the army, I started drinking again. Wasn't angry drunk because I didn't drink to get drunk. I got my buzz, I walked home. Everybody's like, well, if you go drinking, why don't you drive? And I said, because I don't want to be somebody who takes a person's parent away from them because I made a choice. I made a choice to drive drunk. You don't do that. He made a choice. He made a choice not to let them put handcuffs on him. I don't know why he would do that. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but I know now he has a child who no longer has a father. He has a girlfriend or a fiance who no longer has him. And all because instead of just sucking it up, he wanted to fight. He wanted to run. Your fight and flight and your fear are enhanced when you are drunk. These are things y'all need to know. These are things you need to understand before you go out and start drinking and doing dumb stuff. You need to know how this stuff works. Because if you don't, I can almost promise you, it's not going to be a very pretty picture. So while y'all are writing negatives on the stuff that I post, that's fine. You know, I hope that you do. You can write all the negatives that you want. But I also hope that y'all know that I'm not doing this out of hatred. You know, I'm doing this because of the simple fact that this man could have done better. This man could have done so much better. This man could still be alive today. No. Yes, I'm checking my Instagram. But this guy, man, he would still be alive. He would still be free. Yeah, he'd have to go to sobriety classes. He'd have to go and do all kinds of other things, you know. But he would be alive. It may take him a year or two to get his damn driver's license back. But he would still be alive. Sorry, watching Nia Jackson, Oscar. But yeah, he would still be alive. Yeah, so did you see? I'm not lying. He would be alive. He would get to be watching this. He would get to have the freedom necessary to have. He would have his life, which is the most important thing. He would have his life. He would be able to be with his child. He would be able to hold his child. He would be able to love and hold and be there for his child. And now he can't. I want y'all to think about that before you do anything. When the cops put you in handcuffs, let them put you in the damn handcuffs. Comply with them. Do not resist them. Do not try to be a badass. It's not going to work out in your favor. This is Kung Fu African #2. Thanks for watching. Be seeing you.